paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. It's NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back, get on Indiegogo, just like I have. Get on it. Doggone.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks. Hey, anybody know this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, we are here today, boys. We are back and probably the most nervous I've been to stream in a long time for what we're about to talk about today. I don't know where it goes from here, but I know it goes somewhere. And also big shout out to Rev for making a video about the situation today. I know Rev is a great content creator. I watched the video. And it's blown up. So thanks to Rev. Thanks to Kirsha, of course, for backing me as well. A lot of awesome people have been talking about this. So we're going to talk about it tonight. And we're going to talk about some pretty unbelievable shit that is going to be kind of hard to get through when I tell you what is included in this. And I want to preface this with the fact that I was removed from the Game and Geek Expo for being too controversial. How I was controversial was I said the phrase ass to mouth. That was the first thing. Even though people that do porn are guests at this convention, or OnlyFans at the minimum. But that's whatever. Keep in mind, actions speak quieter than words. And then that's gonna be the theme of this stream today. But I was removed from that convention for that, and also pointing out the rise of mental illness amongst all the young people today, which also includes fitting into small niche groups, which can be a lot of groups that you see in the nerd culture. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's totally cool. People want to fit in. I want to fit in. Vaywas wants to fit in. Renee Galarza wants to fit in. Retro Wolf wants to fit in. We all want to fit in. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I pointed out that these groups can have a higher rate of mental illness, which kind of leads to the reason why every time somebody's getting canceled, it's somebody with blue hair that's a cosplayer or a furry or something, right? And that's just the nature of the beast. Am I saying all these people are bad? Of course not. Actually, I'm saying the vast majority are not. It's actually a very small majority, a very small minority that are. But this context is ignored, and I was removed for said convention over these words spoken. So, that being said, the actions alleged levied against some of these individuals who allegedly had the sole responsibility for getting me removed are so staggering and unbelievable that I don't even think you can guess what they are. So we're going to jump into this. And before we do, I'm going to hit a few of these super chats that are huge. We are up against double Fight Milk today, if we hit Fight Milk. So I appreciate you guys for supporting that last show. Make sure you do like the show so it can get to as many eyeballs as possible. Make sure you pick up some of my merch that I got made for the actual expo itself. I cannot use it, so I had to relaunch it without the logo on there to make some of the money back. So there's the link to that right there in the chat. Please consider going to pick up a shirt or something, or a mug. And also, don't forget 548th Naked Snake. Oh no, 558th. I don't remember anymore. Billy, you know. All right. So at any rate, let's hit these super chats. Smokey Wan Kenobi says big shout out to Siege for having our boy. Always got your back, brother. Hope to see you in South Carolina. Thank you for the pink boy, dude. I love you. My boy, by the way, his profile picture is me and him. What a beautiful man, dude. What a beautiful man. Real quick, let me get a shout out to Sieg. He did bring up Sieg. So as you know, I was removed from the Game and Geek Expo, but I was contacted after my stream Monday. By Austin, the owner and operator of Southeast Game Exchange. He said he was appalled at my canceling and does not support cancel culture. He then offered to fly me out and board me at the Southeast Game Exchange. I will be facing off. Against the winner of the sim racing tournament. We will have a booth and we'll have everything like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, Smokey One Kenobi. We're going to bring that up here. It is so awesome to see the support around this. 99.7% of people are pumped up about it. Of course, there are people that are angry about it, of course, because that's how these things work. But if we did not have the people that were angry, we would not have the people that were happy. We need everybody involved. So if you are a hater, I am more than happy that you're here or you're involved in this. And I appreciate your continued support. So we will be at the Southeast Game Exchange July 18th to July 20th. They are great people. I cannot wait to see these people. So make sure you buy a ticket. I've seen over 100 comments from people saying they want to buy a ticket. So make sure you buy a ticket and come see me here. I'm going to give away free hero cards that are exclusive only to this event. Free. So you can just come and get one for free. Also, I'll have a bunch of my merch as well. So don't forget that. Shout out to Austin. Shout out to Southeast Game Exchange. Shout out to Retro Wolf. And shout out to all the based people that support and stand with your boy when some illegitimate bullshit happens. Cancel culture is not going to last very long in its most recent resurgence. All right. So that being said, let's have some fun tonight. Billy Hatcher with $100 super chat. This getting canceled did nothing but make you stronger. They can't do anything else to you. Yeah, it's like Obi-Wan. It's like Obi-Wan, right? That's what it is. It's Obi-Wan all day, all night, baby. What's up? Thank you so much, Billy, for your $100 super chat. We're halfway to Nega Snake, almost halfway to Nega Snake. Doing autographs? Yes, sir. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you. I love you. Get the hell on it, diggity doggone it. My boy with the red boy, and he did another one last stream for 200, and I really appreciate that. Billy, you ain't got to do that, but I appreciate your support, buddy. Thank you, Billy. Horowitz says Camelot got thrown out of a burning building. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Horowitz, Feinberg, and Horowitz. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you for $10 super chat. Billy says, for the Rainbow Knight and Snake and possibly Fight Milk tonight, it's going to get spicy. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Orange Boy. Thank you, buddy. Billy, always supporting your boy. Helena says the proper term is bass to trout. Thank you so much, Helena. That is true. That's what Daracuda says. And also, don't forget, here we go. Smokey One Kenobi says, big shout out to Siege for having our boy. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone. I already read that one, but I love my man. So Gabriel in the chat real quick says, I know this is not a lot, but I talked to my family in North Carolina, close to Raleigh, and my local retro gamer group here in Florida, and we are not going to be going to the expo due to the BS. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, look, I'm not asking anybody to not go to the expo, okay? But if you choose to do so, I do appreciate you standing in solidarity. That is really, really cool. So get on it, doggone it. All right. So that being said, it is time to start the show. Irakias. So, as you know, we're going to give you the official and the unofficial. So here's the official. The official issue is I said something that can be problematic that pissed off some cosplayers that are going to a con. Therefore, they saw legitimate cause to remove me from said con after I had already paid and was invited to said con personally by the staff. Now, unfortunately for the staff, for some reason, they didn't research my channel beforehand, which is very strange to me because I am way less problematic now than I've ever been. You guys that have been here a long time, you know this. I'm pretty damn vanilla compared to what I used to be a couple years ago. But apparently it was enough. Okay. So they didn't do the research. They ended up taking me out of the show. Now it's very, very obvious that it's politically charged. Now, look, we don't know for sure. Everything you're going to hear is alleged, but still, probably what happened was somebody opened my stream and saw the Trump meme intro, and they're like, absolutely not. I don't like Trump. And you're going to find out why that makes sense a lot tonight, because we're going to pull it all together in a tight, neat bow and shock the world, have you. So make sure you share this because we're about to get right into the sauce. So we're going to be focusing on a couple people that I was told allegedly were responsible for my removal from this expo. Now, also, I have to disclaimer this with, it is alleged. I was told this by somebody who works inside the expo, but still, there is no official text message from one of these people to the owner saying remove this guy. Okay? So it is alleged until that moment comes. But this is what I was told from someone else that is directly involved. And once we go through all the evidence, I think you'll be able to conclusively agree that that is kind of what it looks like. So let's get on it, doggone it. Magnum North! Preach to the beaches. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And Daniel Robertson says, Greenville's a lot closer than Raleigh, so glad I didn't get tickets yet. Bet your ass I'm going to show up in July. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. I can't wait to see you there. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it. All right. Name them. We're getting there. All right. So without further ado, boys, hopefully my monster gets delivered to me shortly because I need a little bit of a shot in the arm. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're going to pull up and we're going to start with, I guess you probably won't think it's mild, but it's more mild than what we're going to get into at the very, very end because it's very long because a lot of this dates back many years. So we're going to go over all of it and I want you to come to your own conclusion and I'll give my take on them as well. Now, these allegations are levied from other people, from first or secondhand accounts for them personally. I am not involved. The point of this show is to show you that people that may have gotten me removed from the con may be guilty of some of the most heinous shit that you can imagine, whilst I was removed for being too problematic with words. I probably should have had actions that were terrible and not words. Then I would have been let into the con, apparently, judging by what we're going to get into today. So let's dig deeper, TV. It would do a lot for my soul. My wife is Syrian. Can you please walk back to turn them into glass comment? What the hell are you talking about? Turn them into glass. Wait, did you just make me say that? Did you trick me just now? Turn them into glass. Turn them into glass. I don't think I've ever said turn them into glass. I don't know anything about Syria or glass. Jadine says losers hate people trying to do things. To heck with them. Keep on keeping on. Please say baby Jesus. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, Jadine, thank you. Appreciate you so much. Jadine for your orange boy Woden shot. Here we go. Meat Puppet. Welcome back, buddy, for the memberships, buddy. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. We are almost halfway to Nugget Snake now. Hell yeah. Thank you, Jadine. I love you. Says losers hate. To heck with them. Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Brotherly Buh. I appreciate you as well. Woo! Remember the password. Hell yeah. Hey, welcome back. All right, Brotherly Bruh. We're going to start mild. Unless, guess what? Delivery has been made for the monster time. All right. What's up, Albatross? How you doing, buddy? Meat Puppet, it's your fault, bro. 56 months. Jesus, dude. Oh, Jays. All right. White Monster. Hell yeah. All right. So first and foremost, everyone, let's get into the nasty sauce. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. I do have to pull up screenshots because everything is getting deleted off the internet right now. So everything's going to be screenshot form because everyone's deleting shit as fast as they can freaking breathe. As you probably know already, the Game and Geek EXPO has removed their entire staff page from the website. Probably for this reason, because they didn't want anybody looking into any of this. Because as soon as they found out, oh shit, this guy like digs deep and investigates businesses and companies. Oh, fuck. They took all that off. No one researched what I literally was known for when I started YouTube. So we are back and I am inspired and more passionate than I have ever been. So we're starting it today. Black Sheep. We support free speech. Raise hell, praise down. Hell yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Zenny, for sure. This is not the first time. Yes. John said they probably removed their staff info because they were getting harassed. Very possible, yes. Like I said in the last stream, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have probably removed that page. So, because what it all boils down to, right, John, is would you want people getting harassed because of your really dumbass mistake? Probably not. Right? All right. So, first and foremost, let's hop on because Hypnotic luckily filmed a video before all of this went down. So, Hypnotic has the screens. So, first things first, let's jump right into the nasty, delicious sauce. Where's my screenshot at? Oh, all right. So, first and foremost, this is the guy I talked to on the phone. Jeff, you guys already probably know that. This is Jeff's wife right here. I have no idea anything about Jeff's wife. Not involved at all, as far as I know. Maybe could be, maybe not. I don't really know. But today, in the first part of this show, we're going to focus on Madison Shelton. Madison Shelton, which I think she's a very, very pretty lady. And a lot of people are like, bro, what the hair color though is spooking me. Yeah, you have a right to be spooked by the hair color because there's some validity to this, maybe allegedly. So, Madison Shelton was hired at the Game and Geek Expo for the event director position. Now, you're thinking to yourself, what does this have to do with anything? Well, allegedly, or well, actually, I should word that differently. I was told by somebody working within the actual expo itself that allegedly, Madison was not okay with me coming to this convention the day it was announced. Now, I could probably assume you know why. But that being said, let's dive into why. So immediately, and, you know, defense from the guy I was talking to, or transparently, we had a very casual conversation about this. The word Nazi, Trump talking about politics, blah, blah, blah. Ass to mouth, that was one of them, was mentioned in this call. Madison was also mentioned in this call. And from what was explained to me, allegedly, Madison was threatening to quit if I was involved at all in this convention. Now, keep in mind, Madison does not know me at all. The only thing Madison knows about me is the fact that I have a Trump meme playing at the beginning of my show, and maybe I say some spicy things off the cuff on a live stream. Now, as you well know, that is not allowed. You're not allowed to speak your mind, especially if your mind speaking aligns anyway, slightly lean right or further. So you can guess what allegedly happened here. So you can see right here, that's who we're talking about today. So let's bring up the next point we're going to make to drive this point home. And let me hit these two super chats where they go. Aussie Avalod says the following is speculation and my own honest personal opinion based on my own research and information provided to me. No disparagement or defamation is intended unless explicitly stated. Thank you, Aussie Overload. That is my statement today. Thank you. Intimidator says, glad to see all the support you've gotten recently and getting invited to another and probably better con, a bigger con, much bigger. Also, I'll DM and pick up my manager's business card soon and possibly sponsoring Yahweh. Hey. Thank you, buddy. Love you, dude. Intimidator. Appreciate you. Halfway to Naked Snake officially. Look at you. My boy's coming in strong today, Aussie and Intimidator. So let's bring up the next source of evidence based on why it looks like this could be happening. And before I do that, let me make sure. I'm looking at if there's anything incriminating on my part. There's not. Okay. All right, just making sure if there's anything incriminating on my part. I don't want to like release anything crazy. All right. So let's pull this up. So here we go. So we've covered Madison Shelton. So let's cover Madison Shelton's LinkedIn first and foremost. So as you can see, Madison Shelton's LinkedIn. She's the event director of the Game and Geek Expo and the employee events. Okay. The employee events is a separate thing. I think it's her company, basically CEO and founder. Okay. Very attractive woman. So this is actually very shocking to me. No, that's a joke, everybody. Oh my God, I'm going to get arrested. Look at me. All right. So we're going to scroll down just a little bit and we're going to look at past job experience. And we get to past job experience. First and foremost, we're going to see partner event director of the Game and Geek Expo. Raleigh Retro Gamers and Hidden Block Games are teaming up to bring you a massive gaming and geek expo at Raleigh Convention Center on June 7th and 8th. And guess what? I'm the event director for this incredible event. We've taken over 150,000 square foot packed with everything you love about gaming and geek culture. But for the love of God, do not believe wrong think. Tickets on sale, vendors booths coming soon. If you're a small business, game, dev, artist, or content creator, now's the time to get in. Unless you're me, then you are definitely not getting in. Want to host a panel or workshop? Reach out. Unless you're me, then you get reached out to and then fired before it even happens. So, what? You guys don't see it? What are you guys talking about? Ah, shut up, bitches. You guys are just lying to me in the chat. Is what you're doing. All right. So let's scroll down a little bit more. So we're going to see Epic Games here. Epic Games, yeah. So if you look at the most recent position from Epic Games, the position was DEI, access, and innovation. I think you can deduce immediately what has allegedly happened. Align it with a lot of the stuff that's been told to me that allegedly happened. And I think we can come to what may have happened here, a very possible scenario. It is very, very understandable as to why somebody like this would, day one, during my announcement, be extremely pissed that I am coming, right? Because the only way to be inclusive is to exclude everyone that you disagree with. So, that being said, this seems what may have happened. An alleged theory. Brotherly Bruh says, bring back the Fat Milk t-shirt so I can replace mine. Is it not on there? That's weird. Thank you, Brotherly. I appreciate you. Now, let's take it a step further, boys. Oh, I'm sorry, Brotherly. I should probably hold that up there a little bit more and kiss you. $20 is a freaking huge drop, man. I appreciate you. I felt like I closed it way too soon and I didn't kiss the mic enough for you. Love you. Thank you, buddy. All right. So, we're going to take it a little step further. Now, I have to put this out there. Now, if we look at this a little bit deeper, we'll see this post. Where is it at? There's a post on here somewhere. It's somewhere on here. And it talks about her being laid off from Epic Games. Where is it at? This is 1 week ago. We're going to have to try a little harder here. Where is it at? See all featured items. All right. So here we go down here. We're scroll down a little bit. I've sadly been laid off at Epic Games today. So she was laid off from Epic Games, the DEI department, and then was hired to run the event, be the event coordinator at the Game and Geek EXPO. Now, there is a very, very common theme. People that find themselves DEI experts, okay, find themselves being laid off or leaving a company because it's gone under and hopping with the resume into another position of similar caliber and then destroying that event immediately after. Strange to me why people keep doing this and hiring. I know for a fact if I'm a hiring manager and I see past job DEI, lead of DEI, my happy ass is throwing that shit in the trash so fast I can't even see straight because I know immediately what that means. It means extremely, extremely toxic person. Look, I'm speaking generally, of course. Of course I am. Speaking generally, sure, there are outliers of people in these positions that are probably totally cool people. I've met a couple of them, to be fair. But that being said, generally speaking, your entire point is to disrupt the workforce. How this became a thing blows my ass out the water. But that's neither here nor there. We want you to come in and fire people based on the race and hire people based on the race. Yeah, good luck for that ever not being a problem in the future, right? You may disagree or agree with that kind of thing. I personally don't think it's right. I think merit-based hiring is what should actually be what we strive for so we can have better, better infrastructure, better everything, But I think it's inherently bad to judge people for the color of their skin and not the content of their character. I think it goes completely against one of, the people that I admire in history, Martin Luther King Jr., which said that exact thing. You judge people by the content of the character, not the color of their skin. But somehow 30 to 50 years later now, 60, it's been a while, hasn't it? Suddenly, this further later in life, in history, this is the complete opposite, right? It is weird. It is very, very weird. Oh, yeah. All right, boys. All right. These people are a cancer on society, Zachary says. All right. So let's continue. Luna says, it means that she's a fake targeted person that whines. Even my favorite trans actress isn't fake at all, and she's the most sassy person I've ever seen. She got recently anime role. Hell yeah, dude. What's up? Yeah, no. People belong to all these groups that are great people. It's the outliers, which seems to be like a large percent of people because they all belong to the same groups, right? I know tons of cosplayers. I know a lot of more. I know way more cosplayers than I probably should. I'm gonna be honest. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And they're all cool as fuck. All of them are cool as hell. They're laid back. They're cool as hell. But for some reason, and I'm talking about, I should say all groups, all walks of life. I've met people from every walk of life that's cool as hell. But for some reason, when somebody's tripping balls on social media or behind the scenes whispering to somebody about some bullshit, they happen to fall into these groups. Why? I can't really tell you. What I would probably explain to you is it's the false sense of power and fulfillment when you are able to control somebody's outcome or their life by the click of a mouse because it's your job. You know what I'm saying? Like you have complete power over getting someone fired at any point, at any reason, through whisper networks. And that's what we're trying to avoid going forward. Thank you, FYI. I made a post about this and posted it on my YouTube. NX Project Constitution. Thank you, buddy. Send it to me in DM so I can check it out, buddy. Thank you, dude. Project Constitution with a $10 super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh my God. It's always the bad apples ruining the bunch. And that is true. It is really, really true. So thank you so much. I agree, Boosh. Completely agree with you on that. Cosplayers aren't real fans. Well, it depends. It depends, you know. So let's continue. Not entirely true. If you count the walls of several racetracks, GameStops, then you might be true. But no, my main target's the wall, it seems like. That's what I like to take down. I try to not take anybody down with me. It's not always successful. All right. DEI, remove titties. Yeah, what the hell? All right. Anyways, let's continue. So now we have I think a reasonable avenue to kind of predict the alleged theory here that this is something that could have definitely happened behind the scenes through whisper networks. I know I was told it allegedly happened, and it was this individual that kind of started the whole bunch. But obviously, when one person starts talking and they're not getting their way immediately, they start telling everyone around them. And we're going to move on to the next person. And this, I got to put a disclaimer here, guys. This is going to be some crazy shit that you're about to hear. But we're going to go through it, and I hope you keep your head on your shoulders. I also want to put this out there. I do not condone any harassment. I do not condone anyone going and messaging anybody or anything. The only thing I do condone is you retweeting or liking in support and standing alongside me and others who have experienced similar situations. Don't go after people. That's lame. That's kind of gay. Let's keep it straight up in this bitch, which is very rare for me. No. All right. Let's jump right into this. I'm hedging. Just put it in. All right, Adam, calm down. All right, here we go. So, this is going to be rough. What's up? What's up, Vera? How you doing, baby? All right. 100% Retro Wolf. All right, so I'm going to pull up something. I will not be sharing this on my screen because it's too much information to share on the screen. But I will share the picture. And then we're going to go through several things leading up to this point. So, yeah. So who do we need to harass? My balls. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Flukes? How you doing, baby? I will not be showing up as a furry Trump one. My fursuit does no longer fit my body. I am too jacked. On it. All right. I almost shared the thing I did not want to share. So we're going to share this, though. Wait, I don't have it pulled up. Hold on. We got to get everything straight. We got to be very, very careful about what we share here. Oh, there it is. We're going to share this. We need the name, though. Well, fuck it. We'll share the whole thing. And then we'll go. So, all right, first and foremost, boys, let's move on to the next part of the show. Make sure you like the show. So the next person we're going to talk to is Cheeky cosplay show organizer at the Game and Geek EXPO. I was told from behind the scenes that another person that allegedly was not happy about me coming. It was stirring up a lot of shit within fellow cosplayers and small like group chats to create some kind of, I guess you could say, force to push Jeff to remove me from the conference. And one of those people allegedly is Cheeky Cosplay. So here's our two people. I remember I told you day one that it was one or two people. Well, allegedly, this is the information that keeps coming through. So we're going to move and we're going to kind of run with that. Of course, disclaimer, don't know if this is entirely true. These are theories, and that's how we're playing them out. Now, Cheeky Cosplay has a very long history. Cheeky Cosplay has been around the game for a long, long time. And I mean a very, very long time. Cheeky Cosplay has done a lot of things in her life. And Cheeky Cosplay has been involved in so many bullying, harassment campaigns that have led to the most unbelievable things. And we're going to cover that today. All these things are alleged. These things are from first to second-hand accounts from people that know the people involved directly or know of the people directly involved. And we're going to go through it. We're going to start now. Now, I'm going to be jumping around a little bit because there is so much information. So bear with me. Jadine, the problem is you're too much of a dude. She's crazy. Too many SSRI. Oh my gosh, Jadine, you're going for the jugular today. Too many SSRI. Oh my gosh, super chat made me laugh. God says, oh fuck, it's funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. It was a funny one. Thank you, Jadine. I love you. Alleged information. Allegedly that I allegedly got. Allegedly. All right. That's for damn sure, Zeno. What's up? All right. Now, let's start. All right. So, Cheeky has been a cosplayer, allegedly. No, she's definitely a cosplayer. And kind of describes herself as the best cosplayer in the North Carolina area. Okay. This is very, very interesting stuff. People say she seems nice up front. They say her costumes are iffy. But she has a very, very decorated story behind her. Okay. People have different quotes about meeting Cheeky and saying stuff like, she thinks she's hot shit, always shoves herself front and center when cosplay groups, bullies other people into submission, wannabe alpha cosplay girl shit, always talks crap about all of her friends when they're not around, which, let's be fair, that's more common than just one cosplay. That's like 50% of women. Like, that's what they do. Look, you got to learn how to get with the program. Look, ain't nothing wrong with that. What are they going to do? Fight you? They can't fight you. They can't physically fight you. They got to do something. People have said if you look better than her or you're a better cosplayer, you're going to be on the list of her going after you. People say that when they see her in person, they're nice to her because she treats people very, very differently when they're on her bad side. She becomes a malicious stalker. She will shit talk you everywhere, and she will run. She runs a chapter of different cosplay girls. Runs different groups, kind of like Discord mods. You know what I'm saying? There was one person that said they were interested in joining, but then found out they had to go through her, and they changed their mind in a hurry. It's going to be very, very interesting. So we're gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up different pictures just so you guys can like get an idea of what's going on. And yeah, we'll keep going here. She once asked one of my friends. Okay, she once asked one of my friends something, and let's see what that something is. Where is it at? Hold on. So here's a picture of Cheeky Cosplay. It says she once asked one of my friends who's an amazing cosplayer, to do a duo group cosplay with her and enter a contest. When they didn't win, she basically said, well, fuck off. You weren't worth my time at all, which seems to be commonplace. It's all about winning. It's all about being front and center. After a lot of this started happening, she managed to drive away all of her friends with drama, and it was like watching a mass exodus. She surrounds herself with a new batch of people and then starts up a new batch of drama. Not to mention, she's extremely unprofessional, and she goes after people under the guise of moral values in order to cancel them, which is a joke in the damn first place. It just really, really is. And we're going to continue. We're going to keep switching. We're going to keep switching between pictures, you know, to keep this shit going. Is that her? This one looks much better. It looks way better than this. All right. People are shocked that there's this much drama about her. Anyone who was at CosCom forums at Animazement 2007 would remember the post about a young man who went missing after his encounter with Cheeky Cosplay. And yes, this actually happened, allegedly. I mean, the guys definitely was missing, but I don't know. How do you word this? Is Aussie still in here? I'm starting to get a little nervous, but okay. Anyways, let's continue with this. Let's continue with this, and we'll pull up some other. Oh, the video's gone. Damn, there was a video of her talking, and the video seems to have taken down. Is that her? I don't know what this is. All right, sorry. I'm just looking at stuff. All right, let's continue. Guys, I'm scared someone hold me. Yeah, dude, me too. Same. All right. Boosh, I love you, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. Vesper. Hey, Mr. Camelot. Just wanted to say thank you for being my hero. Oh, I just got discharged from the hospital for trying to. I will one day chase my dreams as you have. It's my first time donating to. Love you. Don't stop being you. Well, I'm sorry that you got into a headspace that made you want to go that direction. I love you, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're still here with us. And keep in mind that the fucking sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit. You know, you have a community anywhere you want a community as long as you seek it out. You're in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat's behind you. We got 1,100 people in here. So if you ever need an ear, message somebody in the community. We are all around here being dumbasses, and we're all being dumbasses together. Thank you, Vesper. I love you. I appreciate you. All right. Moose, what the hell? All right, let's continue. Let's make music together. Kind of worried. All right, I'm trying to be very careful with what I pull up here. All right, so let's continue with this story. So there is a man named Michael McKithan. This man named Michael McKithan had been flirty with Cheeky Cosplay. They flirted for a while, and it was only when people started teasing her for a drunken hookup that she got embarrassed about this flirting. What did she do as a result of the embarrassment after the hookup? Very, very interesting. You can kind of see where we're going. Okay. That being said, the guy went missing after this moment, Mr. McKithan. Okay. And I will tell you why he went missing. He went missing because Cheeky Cosplay, who had been flirting with Mr. McKithan, after a bullying from friends that she had hooked up with said guy, allegedly, she claimed that he raped her. So after this happened, and after the fallout of the graping, Mr. McKithan went missing. And we're going to cover that shortly. A few years later, she pretended to get pregnant and have an abortion to get back at the guy she was dating at this time. She claimed that she drove an hour and a half to an abortion clinic alone and that the woman just felt so sorry for her that she gave her the in-clinic procedure for free and didn't file any paperwork so her parents wouldn't find out. And then she said the nice lady just let her drive home by herself. That doesn't happen for liability reasons. So it looks like probably a lie. Probably a lie. It's not PC, bro. It's not PC. Hope everybody in the chat's paying attention. Several allegations came out, probably during and following this. This is average cosplay drama. That she did not make her own costumes, which is apparently a big deal in the cosplay community. The costumes apparently belonged to her friends. The scouts were collaborations, and leotards were last-minute favors from conventions she's going to. She would then proceed to treat the people that gave her the costumes like shit, cut them out of her life. And now, because they're not friends, she doesn't credit any of their work on her page. This girl did a lot more than just these costumes for Cheeky. She patterned costumes for her, did a lot of construction work, and her costumes, while Cheeky would do the bias tape and finish up, she would make the aprons, the patterns, and not to mention all the times Cheeky wore her costumes to convention and let this girl pay for travel and badges. It's crazy shit, man. She also gets extremely furious whenever one of her friends wants to do any of the same costumes as her. She made some big drama post on Tumblr when she was trying to get Sucker Punch groups together and someone else wanted to do Baby Doll. Also, she takes pride. Okay, she takes pride in the fact that she's been sewing for 13 years and refuses advice because her mom works for the opera or something. Even though she still has no idea how to make things look good on her. All right, let's continue. Cancel my ban me. Help me, somebody. Help me, somebody. What's up, Quarks Clocks? How you doing? Vinley says so many cosplayers have warned against her. Apparently, she's notorious, and this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's continue. Sorry, guys. There's so much info to go through, so I'm making sure I get it right. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at stuff. What is this? Damn it, man. What is this? Sorry, guys. All right. I'm just, there's random links, and I don't want to do anything crazy. What is this garbage? What is this garbage? I don't know what that is. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting caught up in stuff here. Someone else claims that their friend group slightly rubs elbows with hers. One of my friends is dating one of her friends, and from what I've seen, she does nothing but start shit. She's an absolute biznitch. This is what the quote says. Not only that, but she will do anything for attention. Everything she does can be traced back to her trying to fill the hole because by the fact that her daddy never loved her. This person's pretty brutal on this one quote. Sorry, guys. She's rude to everyone, literally everywhere, even her friends. She can't even make an attempt to be polite to, which is weird. You think she'd be like super hot, right? Now, there are other people on the other side of it. Some people say they've roomed with her before and she seems like a nice, normal girl. So that could be cheeky. I don't know. She's very small time, but the reason people are making such a fuss about her is that she is one of the most elitist, self-centered, hateful people in the entire community. People are afraid to be on her bad side because how she treats people she used to call her friends not too long ago. She got into a verbal argument with her best friend of 10 years who was down to visit for a con, and she kicked her out of her apartment. Now, keep in mind, this friend of hers has put up with her bullshit the longest, was the most patient and accepting person Cheeky has ever had in her life. She had supported Cheeky when no one else wanted anything to do with her and was always there to talk her through some horrible emotional breakdowns. Now, this girl was 1,000 miles from home, though, had no car, no place to stay, and no close friends. It was only because the other people knew Cheeky and knew the situation and were nice enough to take her in until her flight 3 days later. You don't do that to friends, no matter how heated the verbal argument gets. If she's willing to do something like that to her so-called best friend, you can only imagine what she'd do to everybody else. She feels like everyone is disposable, and once she has done any of these horrible things to you, burns the bridges, she comes back several months later with a backhanded apology, saying something like, I don't know what happened. Let's be friends again. And some unfortunate saps fall for it and get sucked back into the same hateful circle of drama. The same hateful circle of drama. Now, let's back up a little bit, allegedly. Let's allegedly back up. What's up, Chess on the Dong? Hey, Cody, man. It's covered still. Use code CHASE20 for 20% off VIP tickets with love. Is that for the I'm guessing that's the Game and Geek Expo. Thank you, Chase. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, dude. The one guy still nice to me out of the whole situation. Love you. He was the one true blue. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. He knows that. She probably wants to have a bedroom with you, but she knows she has no chance, Jadine. No chance. Thank you, Jadine. Barb Rotter says, can we get some moves? Thank you, Barb. I appreciate you. Mint says, keep shining a light in the darkness, Cody. Thank you. Appreciate you, Mint. Love you. All right. 120 till Naked Snake. Now, we're going to get a little dark here for a moment, guys. So we're going to back up a second. We're going to talk about Michael McKithan. So, Michael McKithan was a young man who knew Cheeky. Okay. Cheeky had a relationship with Michael McKithan. They had been flirty for a while. Friendly, flirty, what have you. And then, of course, they hooked up. Well, Cheeky was bullied about this hookup. Cheeky was getting bullied by her friends. Cheeky does not like to get bullied. Cheeky likes to be the center of attention, allegedly. So Cheeky claims to all of her friends, and keep in mind when you're in a friend group, especially if you're in college, you're a young person, you're a teenager, you're in your early 20s, and you do things like this, it gets really bad. So Cheeky claimed that, allegedly, Michael McKithan had raped her against her will. Now, of course, this destroyed Michael McKithan's reputation. Everybody wanted him dead. Graping is probably one of the worst things you can do to somebody legitimately. Like, if you legitimately did that to somebody, you should be put under the jail, in my opinion. So, of course, everybody's mad at Michael McKithan. Unfortunately, they did not understand what was going on emotionally and mentally in the mind of Michael McKithan. So allegedly, Michael McKithan drove to an empty lot, and Michael McKithan put a gun in his mouth, and he ended his life as a result of this harassment, being falsely accused of rape. After this happened, Cheeky, from what I have read, allegedly there was an investigation launched. Cheeky then claimed that she had never made those allegations and they weren't serious. This is Michael McKithan's obituary. It says Michael was born in New Hanover County on September 1988 and was the son of Robert and Jennifer. He was recognized by the title of McKithan in high school and college, but also known as Michael by Minnie and Corey by family and long-term friends. He graduated with honors in 2006 from South Brunswick High School and was attending UNC Asheville. He was highly accomplished in multitudes of ventures, academically and socially, and was never found a challenge too great. Life was short and a grand adventure. Survivors, in addition to his parents, include his grandmother and others. A memorial service will be held June 3rd, 2017. Again, everything you've just heard is alleged. Everything you've just heard is first and second hand accounts from people that were directly involved or had heard or were friends or in the friend group of these certain things. Now, a lot of people that were in these friend groups have reached out to me personally to give me their sides of the story, which I will have at a later date when I get them actually nicely knit in a nice knit package to deliver to you so they're digestible. So long story short, Cheeky Cosplay, who is, by the way, the cosplay show organizer at the convention that I was just canceled from, who I was told allegedly did not want me there because I am too problematic. Words that I have heard from behind the scenes are words like conservative, Trump, Nazi, stuff like that. Allegedly. This person, allegedly, is a very vindictive person, obsessed with attention, a violent narcissist, and even allegedly cried grape, ending in the unfortunate self-deletion of one Michael McKithan, which is a heartbreaking story. A very, very heartbreaking story. Now, you ask yourself, okay, if you ask yourself this. If you are going through your life and you're treating people terribly, and someone dies as a result of your bullying, wouldn't you look in the mirror right then and stop what you're doing? Change your ways? Understand that what you're doing is hurting people. Not just hurting people, but resulting in death, which some people will look at as murder. Do I? I don't know. Kind of feels like it. But wouldn't you look in the mirror and be like, damn, maybe I should not treat people like this? But apparently not. Apparently, you continue to treat people like this. You continue to allegedly have a problem with people saying words. Ass to mouth. It's too much to handle. Noticing the pattern of the rise of mental illness in young people in this country, residing in a lot of different niche groups, which isn't a bad thing, but it can sometimes lead to radicalization. That is a set of words put into a certain order to make a noticed pattern or theory of statement that means no harm to no one and doesn't actually do harm to anyone, although they'll claim it does. They will claim your words are too dangerous. It makes people uncomfortable. But behind closed doors in their own life, there is harassment, bullying, and death. But they're allowed to come to conventions. Why? Because they occupy a correct, programmed thought pattern. You do not stray from this thought pattern. If you stray from this thought pattern, you will be burned at the stake. It does not matter what you've done in your past. As long as you say and do as we believe, then you're always allowed in the club. But if you stray away from it, does not matter if people have died as a result of your actual actions. As long as your words are what they're supposed to be, socially acceptable, then you are allowed to participate in society. Words speak louder than actions. It wasn't that way when I was growing up. That's the way it is now. And it seemed like we got away from it for a little while. But somehow we are back to square one. We are back to square one. Because there are people that are gatekeeping the nerd culture because we are just too dangerous to be a part of it. I'm not allowed to be a gamer because I don't like paying taxes. And that's evil. That's evil. Right? Oh, check your DMs. I was like, check my designs. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't end here, by the way. It doesn't end here. Several people have DM'd me about this exact thing. And I want to paint a picture for you. Something very strange was happening, and I had no idea what I was reading when I got 10 different DMs in my request from random people saying, hey, I saw you were canceled from the Game and Geek Expo. I bet it was cheeky cosplay. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. But I'm going to look. And looking, we have uncovered harassment, narcissism, bullying, and death. What other avenues can you even fucking go across? What else is left? You've got all the Pokemon cards. You can't even collect anymore. You've done it all. Right? But this person's the a cosplay show organizer at the Game and Geek Expo. The one I was removed from for saying ass to mouth. Very, very, very alarming behavior. Now, something very interesting. If you go through and you look at people on the guest list right now, and you just Google, make a backlog, you'll find something very interesting. They all have, I shouldn't say all, that would be dumbass of me. There's a couple that have interesting allegations in their past. Very interesting allegations in their past. Now, I'm not saying you should be beholden to whatever your past has. I'm just saying that everyone should be treated the same present day. They are very, very alarming allegations for some of the guests that are currently going to the Game Geek Expo. Now, this is true for any expo, but they chose to remove me, the guy with no allegation. Damn! I got so unlucky. Isn't it wild that as long as you believe the same thing, as long as you just say trans rights or human rights, suddenly you can do whatever you want. You can slap an ass or two. You can be charged with assault. It's all good. As long as you like people on the left and you say trans rights or human rights, you're allowed to exist in a space that's probably majority women. It's fine. Just say the words. Say the sentence, everybody. I support the LGBTQ+. We are inclusive. Now I'm allowed to slap your ass. That's how these things work. Very alarming stuff. Keep in mind, I'm being hyperbolic. And I'm being sarcastic. Because I know people are going to want to clip it and be like, oh, look, I got to put a disclaimer out there. I have no problem with trans people at all. I think that's great. You want to do what you want to do? I'm all for it. Because I want to do what I want to do in life. That's what I want to do. I want to do whatever I want to do. If you want to do what you want to do, that's great. I'm all for it. Obviously, I'm not in favor of children being involved. And I think everybody would probably tend to agree with that. Except for the people at this convention, probably. But that being said, I haven't said it publicly. I haven't said I overtly support the LGBTQ+. I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ+ at all. Would I go to a parade? Probably not. Right? Unless Cecil's there. Then I'm not. Other than that, I won't. Don't have a problem with it. I'm pretty damn laid back. Right? I support trans people wanting to do whatever they want to do in life. I'm all for it. And go at it. You want me to call you a she? I'm totally, yeah, what's up, girl? I don't care. I'm not like the other people that you see on Twitter who are like, I will never say a pronoun for the love. I don't care. I just don't. I'm not passionate enough. I don't care. Is it a respect thing? I don't know. You tell me. If somebody wants to be called whatever, I don't give a damn. Right? I'm too busy hustling to worry about what people care about. It's when you start attacking people for these things, it's when we have an issue. Right? I would have went to this con. I would have sat beside these people and I would have had a great time and shook hands, kissed babies, and drank and fist bumped all these cosplayers. I have no problem with these people at all. I think they're great. But they have a problem with me. And that's the issue. So now they tell me, why are you running a smear campaign? How could you do this? If somebody broke into my house, am I going to let them steal all my shit? No. They're getting 12 gauged. What? If somebody opens my front door at 3 p.m., sunny outside, and slaps me, am I going to cry? No, I'm going to deck him. Of course. I won't protect your brand. That is not my responsibility. The only brand I'm worried about is mine. And that's the one I'm going to protect. So when I have to explain to my audience why they have to get a refund for a convention, and they ask me why, and am I supposed to tell them? I don't know. No, I'm going to tell them the reason why. And the reason why is illegitimate and it's bullshit. And as you heard on the conference call, it was all money and pressure motivated. It had nothing to actually do with what I believed, which is likely how all these things happen. None of these people actually care about what you believe in. They just want to control you. They want power over other people. And they've been given that power from around 2010 to 2018. And then it kind of went away for a little while because everybody started understanding that it was a bunch of bullshit and it wasn't motivated by actual moral thoughts, more motivated by narcissism and jealousy and money. But suddenly, in 2025, it rears its ugly head. And we can see right here with people like Madison Shelton, who allegedly was not okay with me being there, who was previously in the DEI department at Epic Games as recent as 2023 in October. And people like Cheeky Cosplay, who has almost quite literally skeletons in her closet, are in charge of making decisions for the actual people that make the decisions, like the president of the actual convention themselves. The only person that should be making any decisions. He was looking at it financially. So he was worried about 10 cosplayers maybe not coming. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, by the way. 10, $300. Maybe a vendor pulls out. Maybe you're looking at $500, $800. Maybe, maximum. And I'm being very generous. Because there was not one negative comment on any of their social media about me. Why is Camelot going? No one said that. You see it all the time on Smash JT for Sieg. People are pissed about it. I don't think people were actually pissed about me going to this convention. I think the person you're looking at on the screen in the middle, that's who was pissed about me going to this convention. I think it's the person on the right side of the screen who was pissed about me going to this convention. That's what I think. And they were like, you know what? I'm used to being in a position where I can be offended and I can get people ruined as a result. But what they did not realize is my entire existence was about uncovering and exposing terrible and illegitimate misbehavior from companies and organizations. And they had no idea because they never researched my channel. So welcome to the stream, all 1,200 of you, to see the absolute massive fallout of these people that screwed the pooch a little. They did it over political reasons, and I'm going to say perceived political reasons, not legitimate ones. Now, there is a happy ending. I will be at the Southeast Game Exchange in July 18th to the 20th because they're based, and they may not even agree with anything I say, but they understand that I'm professional enough to exist in an environment alongside them and have a good time. I'm a laid back dude. I'm a nice dude. Unless you're wrong my ass. Then I'm not. Let me hit some super chats before we move on to the next juicy one. Oh, God. I wonder if anyone in relationships you had a hand in ending did anything unfortunate. No. I don't do those kind of things. What's up, Nina? Yeah, you missed a lot of it, but we still got a lot to go. Malcolm Van Dalsum. What a great name. God, I wish my name was Malcolm Van Dalsum. These people will attempt to chase you out of any events you're invited to once you're targeted. Hopefully, this is only a one-time thing. This will definitely be the last time they ever do it. 100%. 100%. Even if he doesn't have a ranch, well, let me give her a ranch, you complainers, complainy boys. Thank you, Malcolm. Chess on the dome. Says you can still come and have fun, man. You're not banned. It's still good. It's still good. I'll pick you up at the airport, lunch with me. Let's move past this. Well, look, dude. I totally appreciate that. You know me. We've hung out and roll off. I totally appreciate that, and I would love to hang out, man, and be with you. But I understand, and I think we all understand that everybody in this picture and everybody in the other picture and more people I don't even know do not want me there. 100%. I would wager they hate me because how we've discovered certain allegations and how people have been treated in the past. I'm sure they hate me. I also have to put this out there. I am not quite sure how some of these people are allowed to go to this convention when I wasn't, like Cheeky Cosplay. Very interesting shit. But that being said, although I would love to come, it looks like I might be racing. Because a lot of sponsors and stuff have reached out and they want me to run some stuff. So I might end up being busy now because when my schedule frees up, I fill that shit up immediately because I got to make my money, man. You know, and that's the issue with the convention is, you know, I can make $30,000 on a weekend in NASCAR, but I did not pursue the Michigan race because I was committed to the Game and Geek Expo. So I got fucked each side from sideways, right? And this is something people on the outside don't understand. Is my job is not a race car driver. My job is to sell sponsorship, create experiences, bring people on board, and grow together as a family. And I know that sounds really corporate-y, but that's kind of the truth. There's a reason why my sponsors that I've had since the beginning are still with me, right? Because they're awesome people. We love each other. We have a great relationship, and we want to grow together as companies, right? So when I don't go, when I take a brace off my schedule because I'm going to a convention, that's a big deal, and I'm starting to fill that back up. So I don't think it's going to be able to be possible now. But again, pretty sure everybody's going to hate my ass there, and I won't be able to respect people walking up and forcing smiles. That'll just make me angry. If somebody walks up to me and they force a smile, hey, yeah, I'm gonna laugh in their face, right? And I'm not talking about you. I know you wouldn't. We've known each other for years. I'm talking about anybody else. Give everybody context. Chesson, my boy, we've been friends for a long time. He works within the convention. and he really wants me to come. He's the guy that wanted me to come. So just letting you guys know so you're not confused. Why is this super chat guy asking him to go? You know what I'm saying? So very, very good dude. Still one of the guys defending me. So I appreciate you. The owner of the con needed to get out of the cuck chair and stop giving these Karens powers. The second they pulled this shit, he should have fired them. 100% agreed. Here's what should have happened. By the way, Ron Crossman, I love you. Thank you, baby. All right. Yeah, I said that day one. I said you should have sat these people down and been like, look, if you can't compose yourself professionally around people that may not believe the same things you believe, then you don't need to be a part of this convention, right? Like that's what I've heard from another convention owner, said the same shit to me, right? Cody, she deep down wants to have you. What is up with Eugene and this line of thinking? Jadine over here like, just fuck you. What's the fuck you? You crazy, Jadine. But she knows you have standards and she don't fit them. Deep down, she knows that she's so low, no real man. Jadine over here just roasting the hell out of these people. I appreciate you, Jadine. Thank you for your super $20 super orange chat. I love you. Appreciate you. Jadine, wild as hell. Right a guy. So basically, these are the people who call everyone who disagrees with them a fascist. Yes. For lack of a better answer, yes. Slagless. Thank you, Rather Guy, for the gold boy. Slagless says, sorry to say this, man. That spin the bottle handshake story of yours is enough to get. Oh. Why you gotta bring that shit up in this stream, bro? All right. All right. Ooh. Laser Beam Hawkins says, "Hell, Cody, FD's leftists. They took over most cons back in 2016 and are keeping the DEI front line of these events. Since they lost the election, them canceling you only makes you stronger." Well, I'll tell you what happened. It was weak men. It was weak men being manipulated by attractive women. That's what it was. And we don't have a lot of strong men nowadays that can, thwart off those attacks, right? So you have weak men, and a girl will come up to them with their eyelashes, batting their eyelashes, like, you should remove this guy. I don't like him. Me. Let's hang out. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, okay, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how we got into these positions in any kind of industry. Why do I think this? Why do I think this? And I'm not specifically talking about the Game and Geek EXPO. It's because all these people, men that do this, after 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 years, what happens? What happens? Suddenly, they're in trouble for assault allegations. Almost every single time. Because those women turn on them immediately when they say no once. That's why you never say yes. Not once. Scaly, my back's always available to you, but I demand a kiss on it. What the hell are you talking about, Scaly? Bro, calm down. Scaly over here. Oh my God. 30 from Fat Milk. Or sorry, Nega Snake. 500 from Double Fat Milk. Oh my God. Scaly, I love you. Donna says, I thought DEI meant that it includes everyone. Glad you got another opportunity to a con. Well, it means diversity inclusion, which means anything but not white. That's just what it means. I'm not like spinning anything. That's just that's what it's perceived to mean. I'm not saying like anything fishy sissy. Thank you, Donna. Slag us. Here's two for the Goomba. Hi, Nina. Hi, Nina in the chat. We love you. Michael Patowski says, off topic, who do you think will win the F1 championship? Piastri or Norris? As an Austrian, I think Piastri. Are we just going to ignore Verstappen from now on? Verstappen? How dare you speak ill of Verstappen? I will not have Verstappen hate in my chat. I'm a Verstappen fan. Norris can eat my cheeks, bruh. I don't even know what Piastri looks like. Verstappen all day, boys. I'm a Verstappen man. I don't want Fop. I want Verstappen. I feel like I'm a DEI wrench. It's true. It's true. It's true. All right. So, oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to say, am I out of touch? You need to calm down, baby. You fucking having a panic attack in the chat, dude. Chill out, baby. It's all good, man. This is an inclusive environment. It's actually a real inclusive environment. It's all good. You're not banned. Mods don't get paid, unfortunately. Should they? No. All right. They do it out of the goodness of their heart, which is very dumb. You talking about bitch boys? Oh, we know about the bitch boys, Kens. How you doing, buddy? What's up, Bowden Shot? How you doing? It's all love, man. It's all love. Salty, how you doing, buddy? Feel included. Hell yeah, buddy. How you doing, buddy? That's right. That's right. We are caged down. Help us. Yes. You get nothing and you will be happy. You get nothing and you will be happy. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna pull up something else here. Having to do with this directly. I'm gonna check my messages just in case I have anything alarming, because I am currently talking to several people that are personally involved in this. And I want to make sure they're not sending me anything crazy that I need to like break right away. Apparently my phone doesn't want to load though. It's frozen. It's fine. It doesn't. What's up, April? Hey, baby. Let me just close out X and reopen it. Look at all these beautiful people. All right, here we go. All right. You sent me that video. What video? What the hell are you talking about? Hey, Cody, as a vendor at these events and convention planner, sorry to hear about what's happening to you. I can say Chase is a great person. I agree with that. Wishing you all the success in the world. Thank you, buddy. I love you, dude. Love you, man. Appreciate you, man. Sarah Ray says we should have done a drink game for every time the expo organizer said, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. Yep. This is true, Zeno. This is true. All right, let's pull up. We're going to pull up Rev's video real quick before we move on. Or after we're moving on now. Okay, we're moving on. I agree, Sleepy Psychopathy, 100%. It's been rough. It's been rough. So we moved through the Cheeky. We moved through the Madison. Of course, everything that I've mentioned up to this point is completely alleged. These are just quotes that have been posted around putting a digestible order for you all to kind of give you something to chew on. But I do appreciate you guys paying attention here. And yeah, so keep that in mind for the future. All right. Allegedly. Yes. All right. All right. This is true. All right. What's up, Weston Bama? Let's pull up Rev's video real quick. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost to 1,000 likes. And we're 500 from double fight milk. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Where is Rev at? John Anderson. Hold on. I'll respond to you, buddy. Rev. Yeah, desu. All right. Rev just did a video on this, so we're going to cover that real quick because it is crazy. I'm problematic, boys. All right. Where did you say? John says, could have sworn Cody had some stories of sleeping with married women and cheating with women. Cheating women. Like the women were cheating? Yes, they were. With no remorse? Yes. In 2017, I was on Tinder and so many girls on Tinder were married. It's kind of alarming. And back then I was not a good person and I was just going through everything, right? Something I would never do now. But back then I was jaded and angry at life. Yeah, it was a wild time. It was a wild time. It's also goes without saying, if you are in the dating world, you need to be wary of that. I think I got really lucky getting through all that with zero drama. But that's probably not always the case. You know what I'm saying? Rekieta says, I will finally shred. So I'm worthy of those tank tops. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Was it when you did the crying video? Oh, this is way before. Yeah, I didn't start YouTube until years after that. All right. It's fans rabid lolly lovers. Isn't everybody rabid lolly lovers, though? To be fair. Pocono Joe Mama. Nina says, Cody, which video did you delete in reference to the email? It was a live stream that I have not put back up yet because I just have not opened my YouTube Studio app, but I will put it back up. So, all right, you're Rekieta. Thank you, baby. Let me pull up Rev. Yeah. Why is nothing loading? Oh, there it goes. All right. What the fuck? What? Am I out of touch? What the hell? Sometimes chats make me laugh for no reason. Got that STD, bro. It happens, man. All right. Now. Damn, Mortal V. What the fuck? All right. Stop vaping. No, Chris. I'm a woman. I will vape all day and all night. All right. Try and stop me. I got to put my headphones on for this. Joe Mama. Yes, sir. Okay, boys. Here we go. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. But you should. Well, maybe after. Maybe later. Maybe later, Nina. Make sure you guys like the stream. Appreciate you guys. I will have a video about this tomorrow. So make sure you're paying attention. Of course, just like the last one. I don't know, Joe Mama. I'll let you know. You'll know in the next few days if I do. That's the Rekieta special. Got that Rekieta special, bro. All right, we're going to cover Rev's video real quick about me, and then we'll move on. Got a lot to talk about today. Oh, come on, dude. Daniel says, suggestion, push-up contest at the con. Loser has to buy dinner. Bro, I will win. They will have to buy me dinner. I can do like over 100 push-ups easily. I usually do 3 sets of like 50 to 75 over in like the course of 3 minutes. So thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. I got a fat chest, bro. Fat chest. Who wants to do that? We're going to do that at Sieg push-up competition. I swear if Retro Wolf beats me, I will be really upset. He's over here, bro. I got your ass. What the fuck? All right. All right, let's click this on. Nina, are you drinking, Nina? I'm gonna fat chest too. Nina's trying to get me to message her on Snapchat. Hold on, Nina. You calm down. All right. Stop trying to bait me with your titties. All right. Billy says we hit next state. We did. Holy shit. We are literally $1 past it. Oh my God. $4.90 from Pot Milk. Tub times 2, boys. Let's see if we can hit that 1,000 like goal. Let's watch this video. So disclaimer, Rev is going to point out the drama between me and Pippa. Because it is needed context because it happened, right? It is something in the past that I'm not proud of. I wish I would have known about the VTubing community. I just didn't, man. I was a dumbass. And then I didn't really handle it very well. But at any rate, at least I put it behind me. We all put it behind us. So, and then Kirsha came out, made a live stream about me yesterday and was really supportive. So very cool to see that people put beasts behind them when people are getting legitimately wrong. So very cool, very cool. So let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rip here. So today we're going to be talking about Camelot 331. This is a content creator and NASCAR driver who has found himself as the latest victim of cancel culture, where some people at a convention where he was supposed to be a featured guest at have determined that he is problematic, and they complained to the leadership of this event, and lo and behold, he has been removed from that convention. Now, before we get into the details of this situation, I want to put all the cards on the table. I have talked about Cam once before, and it was in a critical way. He made these tweets about 2 years ago about FaZe Connect member Pippa, where he said, caught the girl at my house.
Oh my God, this was 2 years ago. Holy this feels very more recent. 2 years ago? Damn. By the way, anybody that knows, this is PDH. I know like 50 people in the chat know who this is. This is PDH. I can't believe it's been 2 years. That's crazy. Holy balls, bro. Cole Summer says, why do you people hate VTubers so much? I don't hate VTubers at all. I like VTubers, actually. I think they're fun. But I screwed that up, unfortunately. I unfortunately screwed that up very badly. So I can understand them not wanting to work with me. I get it, dude. You know. However, I would like to have Kiersha on. I think it's been a few years now, but you never know. I mean, if she's not interested in that, that's fine too. So I still respect the hell out of her for what she did. So
that is definitely not Pippa taking pics of my kitties. To clarify very quickly, this is not Pippa. Okay, this caused a lot of confusion. Apparently, the two are not exactly close enough for this to be a reasonable joke. And a lot of FaZe Connect members were slamming Cam for this tweet. And eventually he would, quote unquote, apologize, where he capitalized certain letters in the tweet, which would spell out FaZe is gay.
That was really hard, by the way. I was typing that shit for 30 minutes. Okay. I was typing that shit for like 30 whole minutes. It was very hard. It was hard work. Okay. Look, shouldn't have done it. But when FaZe Connect sent me a list of demands, it reminded me of the corporate world. And I got pissed. And I was like, topping this. It was very, very dumb. It seemed funny at the time. But hey, man, it's all good. It's all good, baby. Long time ago. Years ago. Years, I tell you.
Okay, so before we get into everything here, there's two things I want to point out. Number one, I don't think a lame set of tweets should define someone forever. Everyone makes some bad takes here and there. But most importantly, number two, I will talk about someone who I disagree with on certain matters if they're the victim of cancel culture. And in this case, he is very clearly being persecuted because of his worldview, his politics, his beliefs, his comedy, all the things that have been determined as wrongthink, as problematic, whatever term you want to use. And what is going on with this particular situation? It involves Raleigh Retro Gamers. So Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a owner that's hosting an event here called Game and Geek Expo 2025. And of course, the first thing they say when you look at their website, you belong here. Ah, yes, you belong here as long as you agree with all of their viewpoints, because he has been kicked. Here is the tweet he shared.
I just like the delivery. He's been kicked, bro. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, I have. I have been the kicked boy. The kicked man. Is that Tori Muick? Holy balls. Where you been, baby? God, there's something in my seat that's really sharp. Patrick Power! Dude, it's like a reunion, man. Tori Corp Drama. That's for damn sure, baby. 13 years. 13 years, Tori. I'm sure you've been there too. Is that a guy in a Chung Li outfit? I don't know. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, Tori. Love you, Tori. I appreciate you, Tori.
Talking about this, saying to all the people who bought tickets to come see me at the Game and Geek Expo, I have been kicked from the event. One of the vendors and photographers from the event said I'm a Nazi, so I have been canceled from the show. Yeah, first of all, why does a vendor or photographer, for that matter, care about this guy? Why do they care? Why do they have a say in any of this? He has been invited. He was accepted as a guest. He was invited. He took the role. He was supposed to be a featured guest at this convention, and obviously he has a big social media following. He's also a NASCAR driver. Obviously, there's a lot of appeal towards him, and that's probably one of the reasons they brought him to this event in the first place. But of course, these photographers and vendors somehow think they have a say, and they've been rewarded by these people who took their feelings into consideration and dropped Camelot as a result.
Thank you, Barb. Yep. 100%, man. 100%.
Of their complaints. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It's very obviously because he has a conservative set of viewpoints. That's what they're doing here. That's happened many times before. But let's look at the actual email he was sent. It says, "Hi, Cody. Thank you again for your interest in being part of Game and Geek Expo. We appreciate the time and effort you've put into your content and the support you've shown towards our events. After careful consideration, we've made the decision to move forward without your involvement in this year's show. While we truly appreciate your recent efforts, including the removal of one of your flag videos, big mistake." So
yeah, Rev cooks me for this, by the way. Look, dude, Here, I have to explain this because I don't feel like I've explained it at all. So I was asked to remove a video where I was like Cecil and me were talking ass to mouth. We were just talking about, it was a normal ass stream, normal ass thing. Very normal. It's like if you've watched any of my streams in the last 5 years, it was like that. They did not like that stream for some reason. There's no telling why. I heard the ass to mouth thing, but I mean, I'm sure there was more to it. And one of my friends that I respect asked me if I could privatize it. So I did. And the reason I did that is because I respected that person. That is the only reason I did that. I shouldn't have done it in hindsight, but I was trying to make things easier for that person. I didn't care about anybody else. I was trying to make things easier for that one person. Okay. So that's what that was all about. Okay. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. But again, you know, I respect the person. So I'm trying to help out, trying to do everything I can to make, because my entire like goal was to make this convention huge as possible, you know? So now I have to make Siege as huge as possible. Shout out to Southeast Gaming Exchange. So that'll be a lot of fun. But look, dude, you can pull up any content creators messaging. You can pull up any content creator stream at any point in time, and you can clip anything you want and make them seem like a bad person, or maybe they have crazy beliefs or something like that. You can easily do that and probably qualify them for a canceling. You know what I'm saying? So luckily we've moved past that, but somehow this day and age, which is why it's been fucking trending, is people are very shocked that this is still happening. It's why videos are being made all the time about this, because this shouldn't be happening. Right? So that being said, let's continue. Cecil did this.
Apparently, they complained about one of his videos. They flagged it, and he tried to comply with them, and he deleted the video. And guess what? It doesn't work. You can't work with these people. When they start asking you to censor yourself or to remove videos, it's never going to stop there. It's never going to be enough. And that was a mistake on his behalf here. But it was an honest effort to try to remedy what was going on here. But the email continues. Additional content has since surfaced that has raised continued concerns from our community, guests, and sponsors. Unfortunately, we've already experienced the loss of a sponsor and several other guest participants due to this situation, and is beginning to negatively affect the overall perception and inclusivity of our event. Please understand, this is not a reflection on you as a creator, but rather a necessary step to ensure we are maintaining a space that is welcoming, respectful, and positive for all attendees and partners. We absolutely respect your right to creative expression and free speech, but we also have a responsibility to our broader community. So basically, this is not a reflection on you, and we respect you, but get out. Yeah, get the hell out of here, dude. Yeah, apparently.
Just get the hell out, damn you. Get the hell out. How could you believe anything at all forever?
His line of thinking, his content, it's not good enough. You don't belong here is what they're saying while they tote the message in their about section about everyone belonging here. Very ironic, but
yeah, that's what I told the president when I said that's so ironic that it says inclusive when I'm being kicked out right now as we speak. Lord Freeze is in the chat. What's up, buddy? Welcome back, buddy. MTB. Steve.
He also would release a call he had with the president of Raleigh Retro Gamers, where he discusses with him why this is all happening, really try to get to the core of why he's been removed. And I'm going to share a small segment of this call that makes it very clear. He's being removed because he is problematic.
Like negating like how we could move forward. Because dude, and it's exactly what you were alluding to in your video is, you know, people taking sides and like harping and going off about it. Like, I mean, it's exactly what you said, bro. Like they're fucking gonna make a big deal out of it.
Yep.
And
and again, we've talked about this already, but you know, he agrees with me that these people are going to make a big deal about it. and they did. They did. But again, he says that he financially needs to make sure that he makes as much money as possible. Everybody in the chat's dude broing. It's became a meme. Dude, bro, dude, come on, bro.
I get that, and I totally get that. Like, I get what you were saying. I get where you're coming from, man. Like, I completely respect like your thoughts and opinions on it, and I'm not trying to say, oh, you're wrong or whatever. Like, I don't want you to think that this is like an attack against you, or like, obviously you don't care, but like you don't care what I think or what my opinion is, but that's why you have the followers that you have, because you have no filter. You just fucking tell it like it is. I get that, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you that, like, man to man, like, bro, like, this is fucking everything that I put everything into this community. And when a big majority of it is like having issues, like, that's when I'm trying to like, look, dude, I don't go left, I don't go right.
And I do have to point this out. And I've said it before. He claims that the majority of people coming to this convention has an issue with me. Yet there was not one single negative comment on any of their social media about me. So I just have a hard time believing that. Right? If somebody has a problem with you, they're going to be trolling your replies. Especially if it's a lot of people. Like, the majority of people, keep in mind, this convention will probably sell about 10,000 tickets, I would imagine. 10,000 tickets, that 10,000 people, there would be dozens of hate comments on their social media, and there was zero. Very interesting.
I'm agnostic to politics completely. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I really don't. I just want people to come to my fucking events.
Yeah.
And that's that. And Cody, I'm telling you, that's literally all I care about, bro. I just want them to come. Like, our events are like, man, that's something that's kind of like something that we have here. Like, people that would never hang out with each other are there. And they're there just for the fucking games and shit, like the video games. And
this is such an ironic statement to me, because that's why I would be. That's literally the point, is I would be there, and I wouldn't hang out with some of these people in real life, but I would be. That's the point. So yeah, that he's kind of like making a case for why I should be there. If you think about it,
all the stuff that we have, like this convention is something that just kind of popped up here in the last, and we only did this in the last 3 months. Most people they plan this shit out for years.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally, I was just doing stuff in my local community, man.
Yeah, so an absolutely cowardly situation. This guy clearly is so afraid about the reputation of his event, he will gladly kick to the curb guests that he allowed as a part of this convention because people are giving him a little pressure. See, I can say that I've been in situations like this too, with multiple conventions where I've had people trying to gun after me, try to get me removed from conventions. And I'll share one that is kind of the opposite of what Cam has experienced. About 2 years ago, I was a featured guest at a convention, and to not drag them into drama, I won't.
And I have to put this out there. I have had this exact same thing happen. So Rev's going to explain the opposite situation where somebody stood behind him. I race in NASCAR. You got 95% of you know this. I race in NASCAR, like the auto sport. And my team owner, like, literally has come up to me like at a race and been like, dude, like, why does everybody hate you? He's like, I get emails of people saying crazy shit, wanting you to get fired. And of course he doesn't listen to him because he gets it, right? We're in the public space. And I'm like, well, I'm a content creator, and I have a couple 100,000 subs. And once you get to that size, 2% of the audience hates you. It doesn't matter what you say or do. They just hate you. There is no content creator out there that has above 50K subs that doesn't have that kind of environment. There are some that are way smaller that have a lot of it too. And you can't avoid it. So a lot of these people in the sports, they don't actually have a social media, right? Especially like when you're getting into it, right? So a lot of these drivers will have 100 followers on Twitter, and they don't post on Twitter. So they don't have those people that are like emailing out, I hate this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But me being a content creator, of course, they're going to get that all day. And the Austin from Southeast Game Exchange, shout out to Austin. He's that guy. You know, he's like, look, dude, I know I'm going to get emails. I know I'm going to get negative comments, but I stand behind you because I believe in freedom of speech and I believe in anti-cancel culture. Right? So it doesn't matter what people email. Like, he wants me to be there because he understands that when it comes down to it, it's an environment that's all inclusive, and it's about games, and it's about the retro game market. It's about comics. It's about anime, and it's about connecting with people you wouldn't otherwise connect with over the stuff that you both love. Right? That's what it should be about. Right? It should be somebody that is a hyper leftist and somebody that is a hyper conservative can sit down together and talk about Metal Gear Solid 3 and drink a beer and have a great ass time doing it. That's what it's supposed to be about. But some conventions apparently have lost their way. So make sure you go to the Southeast Game Exchange July 18th through the 20th and hang out with me and Jake Randall in the chat, my boy. Retro Wolf, RNG Gamer, Saturn, fucking Pac-Man Ace. So many people, man. So many awesome people.
I won't name them directly, but one of the companies I work with, one of my sponsors, was at the event, and I met one of the head honchos, if you will, from that company, and I met them backstage at an event, and they handed me a drink, and they asked me a question right off the bat. They basically said, Rev, why are people so angry at you? And I'm like, well, here's what I do for content, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I deal with. And he says, I asked that because, you know, personally speaking from events I've been a part of and talking with the showrunners of this convention, we've never seen the amount of complaints that you've received because of your content, the amount of people emailing and making complaints trying to get you removed from this event. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great. Not too shocking, but anyways, they would go on to say, I just don't understand this because I've watched your content. I think what you do is great. And not to glaze myself over there, like, thank you for having the balls to say what you say, essentially. And they ended it by saying, don't worry about all this stuff. We got your fucking back. And I remember that being like one of the greatest things to hear as a content creator who has to deal with a bunch of people trying to.
That is legitimately one of the coolest things that you can deal with is when somebody's like, yeah, I have a lot of people angry at you because you're at my event or you're working for me, but I don't care. I have your back because I know you personally. That always means so much when you hear that from people.
To engage in life ruination, trying to get your sponsors removed, trying to get you removed from conventions and stuff like that. I share that not just to share a funny story about that, but to basically give the right way of handling this stuff. And this is how these conventions should stand up for the people that are either their partners or people who are featured guests at their event. Because after all, Camelot was a featured guest. He was offered a position here and he accepted, and then they turn around and kick him out. That is absolute BS. And I think that is literally the definition of cancel culture. And luckily, a lot of people are seeing this. They're calling it out for what it is, including other people who are a part of the convention, including this individual right here saying, I was looking forward to announcing a meetup in Raleigh at this convention, but after they banned a fellow creator for exercising free speech, I can't support it. I won't be part of something that promotes cancel culture and turns a gaming event into a political stage. The censorship needs to stop. And we need to see this more often with these.
Shout out to Bucks, everybody. Shout out to Bucks. And shout out to John in the chat. John works with Fast Track Racing in the ARCA series that I raced for a full year. He said, I lost count of all the goofy ass emails I had while you were driving with us. Yeah, dude. 100% piano TM, 100%.
Events where someone's getting thrown under the bus in the pursuit of cancel.
Love you, Boosh McFadden.
Culture. And we need other people to stand up and say, nope, I was originally supposed to be a part of this, but after seeing what's happening to one of the other fellow content creators here, I'm out. And something very similar, again, another experience I had involved Kirsha, who weighed in on the situation saying, basically, I have my own disagreements and my own history with Cam, but what's happening to him is incredibly unfair. And I bring her up.
Shout out to Kirsha. Based as hell, bro. That's probably the most, and I'm not trying to like rank anybody like covering this story, but that's probably the coolest thing that I saw from this whole situation is Kirsha standing in solidarity with me after like the past beefs from 2 years ago. Very, very cool to see. And I respect the living balls off that. That's really, really cool.
Because about a year ago, Kirsha, me and my wife were all supposed to be featured guests at OffCai 2024. And Kirsha was eventually let go, basically for the same reasoning as Cam from this recent convention. She was problematic, and some of the vendors and stuff like that, some of the staff, they didn't like her. They were so soft and fragile, they had to get rid of her because they just couldn't coexist with someone who has a different viewpoint than them. Me and my wife seeing that back last year, we said, yeah, no way. We're not going to be a part of this. We gave up our positions in protest of what's going on, and we ended up basically crashing the event anyways. We a couple of Kirsha's fans brought in a little tripod. We did like a behind the scenes meetup. We even walked through the convention on the tripod with our models and everything, but that's a whole nother story you can check out on your own. But basically, yes, that's another example of people trying to do the right thing and not support cancel culture, even if it comes at a sacrifice of your own, because being a featured guest at a convention is obviously a really cool thing. But of course, it's nice to stand up for other people, even if you have to sacrifice something yourself in the pursuit of battling cancel culture and supporting free speech. And I guess there's a good ending to this. Cam Wood announced that a different convention and the owner of it would text him saying they're appalled at what was happening with the Game and Geek convention here. And they offered a position and to fly him out to be a guest at this convention. So if
Shout out to Southeast Game Exchange.
there's a good ending here, that's what it is. This is the Streisand effect in motion here, where you have this convention that was probably completely controversy free. And of course, a couple people complain. They take them seriously. They punish content creators for exercising free speech and having a supposed wrong think. And now it blows up in their face. Now this whole convention is mired in controversy, and it's all self-created because these people simply couldn't say no. The vendors, whether it was the photographer or whoever, they couldn't just look at them and say, no, you're going to have to deal with this. People think differently than you, and you're going to have to deal with it if you're going to work at this convention. It really should be that simple, and I wish more vendors, sponsors, and convention runners would do this, but unfortunately, this is the situation for now. But anyways,
awesome video by Rev. Thank you, Rev. Really, really cool shit to see. So awesome to see the support that so many people have to stand in solidarity against cancel culture. And I never thought it would happen to me because I feel I'm just so laid back and reasonable, I feel like most of the time. So I don't know. It's very interesting that it happened to me. But hey, man, shit happens. It really, really does. It's a wild ass world we live in. And I have one more tidbit to shoot at you guys. I waited till close to the end to throw this out there for you. Because this is a part of the story that no one's heard yet. But we're going to get into it. I do want to remind everyone that this video content is not intended to be defamatory, disparaging, or harmful in any way. Obviously, I don't condone the harassment of anyone involved in the situation. No statements or implications I've made are to suggest that any individual or entity was directly or indirectly involved in anyone's death. Got to make that very clear. This video and stream is commentary and is used for informational and entertainment purposes only. Any opinions expressed are not intended to offend, accuse, or malign any person or group. So just letting you guys know, that's very, very important to me. I don't condone any harassment, and this is all for entertainment purposes. So let's make music together. All right. All right. So last but not least, what's up, Rhino, my boy? How you doing, man? Sweet, Carl. Sweet. Luffy, come on now. All right. So here we go. So last but not least, I was informed that a small local store that is involved in this retro gaming group were very, very unhappy that I was coming. It's a place called Magpie and Crow. This store, from what I was told, allegedly refused to be involved and demanded I be removed from this convention. So when I said one or two people, it was actually three. One of them was a store that likely has a vendor spot at this expo. I don't know for sure, obviously, but it is a store that exists that is in some way, shape, or form connected to this store or this expo, and they also demanded I be completely removed from this convention because of wrongthink, obviously. And as you can see, it's located in the same area. It's in North Carolina, blah, blah, blah. It says women owned, LGBTQ plus owned, and Asian owned, which is great. But that's another tidbit that I haven't shared yet with you guys. So it's just a domino effect, right? It's domino effect. So at any rate, somebody said you buy stuff from them. Wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I don't remember where it went. I could have sworn somebody said they buy stuff from there. And now Gordo said I used to buy stuff from them on whatnot. Well, hell. All right. Somebody's my volume went down. Doubt it. That's your phone, bruh. It's your phone. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, buddy? Anyways, what's up, kind of shady? How you doing, buddy? Anyways, Cam, you still want to do toys? Wait, what? Hold on, what's that? Remind me about that in DMs, please. Dimitri says, "I bet a larger amount of people won't go because of you being booted than won't have left if you stayed." Oh yeah, without a doubt. I've had people message me that they were going to take their whole family to that con, and they're not going to anymore. So, it's tough to see. It's very, very tough to see. But hey, man, it's what happens. It's what happens. Satellite Chad, thank you, baby. Oh, there is super chats that I'm totally missing. This dude has no spine. He had the opportunity to stand on business and shit and would have blown over in under 48 hours. Keep walking tall. Yep. 100. I said that. I said the same shit, man. Thank you, Ron. Satellite Chat says, glad things worked out. I'm gonna head out. Love you, dude. Appreciate you, Satellite Chat. Appreciate all the super chats tonight. We are 15 likes from 700. Yeah. With that being said, real quick, let me backtrack a little bit for my boys. Where is it? God, you guys are just, it's too active. Twitter is way too active right now. You guys are crazy. You're going too crazy today. All right. Without further ado, let me remind you that as a result of all this, I was invited personally to be flown out to the Southeast Game Exchange July 18th through the 20th. I will be racing the winner of the sim racing tournament. They will likely kick my ass, which will be hilarious to see. So come see me there. It's going to be so much fun. I will have free hero cards to give out. I will be signing them all for free. It is all free. You can come up to my booth and get one, and I will hand it to you, bar none, and shake your hand, take a picture. Be a lot of fun. I will probably wear my fire suit just for fun. And also I'll have all my merch there that you can purchase as well. And also my merch will be, it's available right now because I had it made and then I got robbed. I tell you. No, that's not it. Let's not post that, boys. My merch is available right here. So if you want to help me make some of that money back, it's right there in the chat. It helps your boy out a lot. I promise you. Spring, there it is. All right, I want to pull it up so you guys can see what we got going on. So here it is. This is my merch. All right, it's a brand new design, professionally designed. I paid out the ass for it. A whole bunch of what's the word? Exposure. There it is right there. Take a gander at it. Please go consider picking it up. We have mugs. I have tank tops that Rekieta. I made the tank top specifically for Rekieta. So go get those. They are awesome. I cannot wait to have them. So make sure you get that and help me out. I'm about a third of the way from making my money back. So please get that and wear it to my races. Wear it everywhere you can. Take pictures of it. Send it to me. And let's have a lot of fun with that. Very excited for that. So there you go. Again. Oh, yeah. Get a tank top. Rekieta says. Get a tank top, boys. Oh, yeah. All right. That being said, Cole Summers says, only really found out about you 2 days ago, but I will stand with stopping the bullshit that ruined my hobby. These efforts can't trade paint well. Cole Summers. Thank you, man. Know all about that. How you doing? Thank you, Cole Summers. Appreciate it, buddy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, we're two hours in. You look, but you don't see the mug. There's definitely a mug. I had somebody tell me they bought 3 mugs, Donna. Somebody told me they bought 3 of the mugs, bro. All right. Oh, I hope so. And I have received probably over 100 comments of people saying they're going to come to Sieg. So make sure if you can make it happen. If it's a couple hour drive, come see your boy. It's going to be so much fun. We got to make it a success. When things like this happen, where there's cancellations and shit, the best way to fight back is to make it an event that's larger and more successful and people enjoy. So make sure if you can come, try to take some time out of a day or two and come down there and see your boy, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So get on it. Doggone it. What day will I be there? I'll be there the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th of July. So you don't have a real ID, Lord Frieza? Well, I don't have a real ID either, and I fly every weekend. They don't care. I don't know how the real ID works, because it takes 6 months to get one in Alabama. It takes 6 months to get one in Alabama. And I got my appointment like 2 months ago, and it's still like September, I think, is when my appointment is. So how the absolute shitballs am I supposed to get a real ID? So, I have my passport coming in the mail, but I've just been flying, You'll be there, Mog Entertainment? Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. I'm glad to hear that. Shout out to Jim, says, stop grifting. No one supports you. No one, I tell you. Not a single person. Hell yeah, dude. If you get on military ration, get it within 14 days. Ooh, I need to do that. Oh my God, more we. Yeah, Cole Summers. Alabama never offered it. So Alabama started offering it a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I might be wrong, but I know for sure that I went to get my license renewed a few years ago, and they were like, do you want the real ID? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they're like, oh, well, you have to come back in like 2 months. And I'm like, what the fuck? My license is expired. I need my license. So it was weird. It's just been weird. It's just strange. So I'm going the passport route. That's the way I'm going to go for sure. So hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Misty. Oh my God. I'm about to piss my pants, boys. Make sure you like the stream. We're having a lot of fun tonight. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Let me look around real quick. We're gonna do a sorry, I did not mean to burp on y'all. I apologize. We're going to do Naked Snake. Let's do zombies. All right, we're gonna do Naked Snake, boys. For the millionth time, 450 something, 58, maybe 59. And we're gonna move on. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, Rakin. Arizona, you got like lifetime license in Arizona, So hell yeah, dude. Oh, I'm good. I'm just in time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Millionth naked boy. Yeah, dude. The millionth naked boy. So after that, we're gonna raid my boy. Zombies Go Numb. So we're gonna have a lot of fun there. We're 458. Hail to the king, baby. And then we're gonna raid zombies. So make sure you go pick up some merch for you, boy. It means a lot to me. And let's do some snake for the women in the chat, including Billy. Hey, Jeff on the road. What's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? My boy. Shout out to Ally Club. What's up? All right. Let's do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid Zombies Go Numb. What's your opinions on DSP? I don't have an opinion. I think he's funny when I see clips of him. I don't really have an opinion other than that, though. I tried to get him on my show once, but obviously he did not come on my show. So I've watched a few documentaries, but they're kind of hard to follow. All I know about is the masturbating thing, and then the WWE thing. All right. So let's do Naked Snake, boys. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Step on Snake and find out. We got you. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate all your support, baby. Thank you, Piano TM. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's do Naked Snake. God, I'm about to piece my pants, boys. Holy shit. Rich review tech. Shit, Chase. All right. Let's go. Here we go. It's time, boys. All right, boys. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness
Yes, Handy.
and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What a feeling.
Here we go.
in my
Donna.
heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Snake eater in my time. There been nobody else crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here we go.
Someday we'll go through the rain. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordained a trial to survive. For the day
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Oh, in my time, there been nobody else. Yeah, I'm crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 458 times in a row, boys. Hi-yo. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Unbelievable damn show. 1,200 people hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Almost hit 1,000 likes. Been a long time, boys. Been a long time. Ryan says, have a drink on me, Cody. Glad to see country culture getting spun. Number 3 said Rubbin's racing. Rubbed him back and through the wall. Thank you. Appreciate you, baby. Love you. Get the hell on it, dog on it. My boy Ryan with a close out goal, boy. Sunny Heart R says, Cody streaming earlier than you should. Are you okay? This is the same time. This is the exact same time as always. Damn you. Thank you, Sunny Heart R. I appreciate you so much. Unlike Lawson, it says Fight Milk. I still don't have Fight Milk supplies. So we're going to keep double Fight Milk on the table for the next show, if that's all right with you guys. because I don't have eggs. I tried to order eggs, but they didn't have eggs. So here's what happened. I DoorDashed eggs, and they brought me egg whites because substitutions on DoorDash. Does that make sense? Like, they brought me egg whites. And I was like, what the fuck? They brought my monsters, though, so at least there's that. But they bought my goddamn egg whites. And I was like, well, that sucks. I do love egg whites, though. So we're going to keep it loaded in the chamber for the next show. I'm going to personally go to the store and buy eggs, like, in person. Because I thought it was going to be all right, but they suck. So, David L., do the Tata flex. There you go. Appreciate you, dude. Love you, David. Appreciate you guys. We're going to raid Zombies Go Numb. Make sure you like the stream on the way out. Make sure you pick up my merch. Very important. I love you guys. Shout out to Rev. Shout out to Kirsha. Shout out to everybody that supports your boy. Very fun stream. Let me know your thoughts in the comments when it goes live. And Stinky Bug, love you. I'll see you guys in either tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try to keep doing them, try to more regularly. And make sure you keep in touch with me on Twitter/X, Instagram. Follow me on all those. Follow your boy. Have a good ass time. I'll see you guys over on Zombie Goes Numb channel. Again, overwhelming support from so many people. I don't deserve that shit. I don't deserve so many people standing behind my dumb. I'm a regular ass redneck dude from Alabama. And I am over the damn moon. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And again, don't go messaging people. Don't harass people. I don't condone that. And you have a good ass time. And I'll see you on Zombies. Say Cam Raid in the chat. You do not have to lead. It will auto send you to his stream. Cam Raid in the chat. Get on it. Doggone it. Oh, yeah.